Good morning. Hi there, Coach Mel here. We're going to do a boot camp workout today. What does that mean? Well, so we're going to do some lower body, some upper body, some core, and some cardio. So we are throwing everything into this workout. What you will need are some weights, a mat. If you're going to do the floor work, I will show you options if you do not want to do floor work. And what else? Some water nearby. Make sure that your space is clear, especially when we get to the cardio sections. The cardio sections also, I believe some of them are on the floor. So again, I will show you alternatives to the floor work. What else? I think that's it. So this is a timed workout. You do have a little bit of break in between. So if you have different size weights and want to use some heavier weights when we do the leg moves, I would definitely suggest that. Your legs are bigger muscles and you can handle more. Your legs hold you up every day. So putting a little extra weight in your hands for those leg moves is recommended. And then when we get to the upper body moves, you may want to drop your weights down and just know your limits and what it is that we're doing and select the proper weights for that. If you only have one set of weights, that's fine. Use that set of weights through the whole thing. If you don't have any weights, that's fine too. You can do exercising just by squeezing your muscles as opposed to using your muscles with weights in your hands. All right, we got a couple of minutes. I got a clock over there. I got my timer over there. What else do you need to know? I'm going to show you all of the moves in round one before we start round one. We're going to work for 40 seconds, and then we have a 15-second break, I believe, in between, something like that. So just a little bit of time in between each move so that you can change weights if you want to. I will be doing the floor work, but beforehand, when I show you all of the moves, I will show you alternatives to that floor work. What else? A couple more minutes before we start, and I'm probably going to turn my fan on. Oh, I do not play music when I'm doing these workouts. So please, if you need that little bit of motivation, get your playlist out and get ready to get that going when we get started. We always start with a dynamic warm-up, so it means we will be moving. And then at the end, we do some stretching. So stick around all the way to the end. This is a full 45-minute workout. So be prepared for that. First round and second round are done 3 times. Third round is only done twice. And today, when we get to the third round, we have single-sided moves. So we'll do a move on one side for the whole 40 seconds. And then when we do it the round again, we will do the move on the other side. So you got to remember which side you do the first time so you could switch it when you go to do it the second time. All right, I know, I make you think. It's mean, especially if it's early in the morning where you are. All right, we've got 1 more minute. I'm going to go over, get my timer set up and get things ready. Make sure you could see my feet and all of that. I have a feeling I'm good on the feet. You might just miss my hands a little bit if they go overhead. Let's see. Gotta get some chapstick on before we start. Make sure you have some water nearby. I think I already said that. But just checking to see where my feet are. Good. You can see my feet. So just if I go way up overhead, you might not see. I don't know that we have any overhead. I don't think that we do. So, all right. Get yourself set up. Again, make sure there's nothing in the way. If you have a rug where you are, a throw rug or whatever, make sure that you're not at the edge. This is far enough away that I'm not going to trip on it. But I think it's time to get started. So let's start with our march. Like always, you can jog this if you want to, but we just want to get moving, get that heart rate going up a little bit. I forgot to turn my fan on, but I'll get it. That's okay. I don't need it quite yet. All right. Pumping the arms, lifting the knees. Let's bring it out wide. I like to get a little bit more rotation in my upper body when I do the wide march. We got to get everything warmed up. All right, we're going to bring it in for 4 and then out for 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. Good. Keep that moving. All right, last time. Now Now we're gonna go for our singles. It's in, out, in, out, out. So seeing that this is a timed workout, when we get to the rounds, you move at your pace. Don't feel that you have to keep up with me. Let's kick that heel out in front. Let the turn to show what we're doing here. So you move at your pace. 40 seconds, you can get a good amount of reps in 40 seconds. And we do each round. Go rounds 1 and 2 3 times. Round 3 just twice. Kick back. Kick and kick. That's it. Let's push it out to the side. Excellent. All right, we're going to slow that down a little bit. We're going to hinge forward, arms out. So flat back, straight legs. Show you from the side. Flat back, straight legs. Good. Really want to feel this in the hamstring. So you want to make sure you're not arching your back, and you lead with your chest, not with your shoulders. No rolling of the shoulders. Similar to a deadlift, which we will be doing a sumo deadlift in the first round. So we want to make sure those hamstrings are ready. From here, I want you to go cross. Opposite hand, opposite knee. Get a little rotation in the spine. Excellent. All right, come on up. Bring those arms out. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. Now squeeze the chest as you come forward. Open wide and bring it forward. Open wide and bring it forward. That's it. Let's reach up for the sky. And other side, reach. Get a nice long stretch all the way down your side. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. Good. Let's bring those feet out a little bit wider. We're going to come over to the side. Little pulse. Toes are facing forward, shoulders facing forward, knee and hip are in a nice straight line. When I come over to the side, push back into that. Good. A few more here. All right, let's get one more on each side. And we're going to stand up. And we're going to do some knee raise, hip rolls. Let's roll out. Now, if you need to hold on to something for balance here, go ahead. Up and out. Up and out. Up and out. Up and out. Good. All right, a couple more here. All right, go ahead and take a little break. I'm going to show you the moves that we're doing in the first round, and I'm going to show you the alternatives if there's floor work. So stick with me. First move is going to be our sumo deadlift. So you're going to take your weights. I'm going to grab some weights. I'm going to hold them out in front. Feet are out wide. Toes are at about a 45-degree angle. All right. We're going to hinge forward. Just a slight bend in the knees. We're going to do a little pulse, and then we're going to come all the way up. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see the nice flat back. Hinge forward, pulse, and up. So we'll do that for 40 seconds. Then we'll take a small break, and if you want to change weights, you can. We're going to do a row drop. So what that looks like, I'm going to do it from the side here so you can see. We're going to get into the row position, and we're going to hold that. So I'm really squeezing those shoulder blades together. It's a drop and raise, drop and raise. Show you from here, drop and raise, drop and raise. All right, when you come back up, make sure you have a good squeeze between your shoulder blades. Drop and raise. All right, next one is on the floor, and then I'll show you the alternative when I come back up. I'm going to show you the next two because they're both on the floor, and then I'll show you the alternatives to both. It is called a heel throw. So legs at 90 degrees, you're going to throw your heels side to side. Okay, this is our core move. Really press that low back into the mat and swing your heels side to side. Our cardio move, we're going to stay down here on the floor. It's a mountain climber. Hands are underneath your shoulders, and we're going to run right here. The cardio is only 30 seconds. I hate mountain climbers, and yet here I am putting them in a workout, but that's okay. Now, if you do not want to go down to the floor, all right, our first move, so we're really working the abs and the obliques. Our first move, you can have some weights if you want, but we're just going to do a side to side. So you're going to have a lot of oblique moves today, but this is basically the same thing as what we're doing on the floor. So you choose what you do. And then your mountain climbers, it's a high knee, and I like to do a little cross. That'll be your cardio, and you just go as quickly as you can. All right. I'm actually gonna leave that there and just stand on it, since then I don't have to move it. Gonna get the timer going. We got about a 15-second count in. So pick the weights that you're gonna use for that sumo deadlift. Feet are wider than your hips. Toes are about 45-degree angle. Weights hang in front. Pull those shoulders back. Lead with the chest. Here we go. Down, pulse, and all the way up. Down, pulse, and all the way up. I really want you to drive your heels into the floor. Squeeze your glutes as you come out. Push the hips back. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see. Nice flat back and up. Only a very small bend in the knees. It's more about shifting those hips back. We got 10 more seconds here. You want to feel this in the back of your legs all the way up to your glutes. That's the butt. 3, 2, 1, and resting. All right, 15 seconds in between. We're going to do that row drop. Feet are under your hips. You're going to do a slight hinge forward. Here's my hinge forward. Again, nice flat back. Don't arch it. Keep it nice and flat. Pull it up. And now drop and raise. One, and then the other. Drop over. Now, while you're in this position, get a twofer. Push those heels into the floor. Squeeze the legs. Drop and raise. Drop and raise. Really focusing on squeezing those shoulder blades together when you get up to the top. Squeeze. Now keep the squeeze when you let that other arm drop. Drop and raise. Drop and raise. Belly button pulled in. Nice flat back. We've got 3, 2, 1, and resting. All right. If you're not going down to the floor, you're going to be here. If you're going down to the floor, push that low back into the floor. Knees at 90 degrees. We're going to throw those ankles. Oh, I can't see my timer. Here we go. You keep going. I got to move my timer so I can see it. Throw, throw, throw. There we go. Forgot when I do floor work, I can't see it. All right, here we go. So pushing the low back in, wiggling my lower body, keeping my feet together, throwing side to side. Or you are standing and you're doing side bends. You could do those with or without weights. 12 more seconds. Woo! Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. You are either doing a standing mountain climber or you're going to come down here to the floor. We are here for 30 seconds, and it's meant to be cardio, so I want those feet running quick, whether you're standing or down here. Here we go. Pump it out. If you are down in this position, notice I'm not looking at my feet. I'm looking straight down to keep a nice neutral neck. My hands are directly underneath my shoulders. Keep it going. Oh, these are torture for me. I don't know why. All right, 8 more seconds. Oh, I guess I need to do one more. 3, 2, 1, and resting. All right, we have a 30-second rest. That was one time through round 1. I think I got to put a headband on. My hair's getting in my eyes. Woo! All right. Also time for the fan. We're going to start with those sumo deadlifts. So feet out wider than your hips. Toes at 45 degrees. I'm picking up my heavier weights for this one. All right, we start in 2, 1. Here we go. Flat back, hinge, halt, all the way up. Hinge, halt, all the way up. Good. I'm going to turn so you can see from the side. Let those hips glide back, halt, and up. Back, halt, and up. Pushing those heels into the floor. Squeeze the glutes on the up. Hinge, halt. 8 more seconds here. Hinge, halt. And we've got 3, 2, 1. Resting. All right, we're going to do those row drops. So slight hinge forward, keeping that back flat. So pull the belly button in, start up at the top, and here we go. Drop and raise, keeping your body nice and still. Drop and raise, drop and raise. Good. Lock it in, really squeeze the shoulder blades. Drop and raise, drop and raise. Remember, 2 for squeeze the glutes while you're here, and then work that back. 10 more seconds. All right, we got 3, 2, and 1. All right, you are either going down to the floor or you're going to stand and do your side to side. If you're on the floor, bring those knees to a 90-degree bend. Throw in the heels. Here we go, side to side. Good, good, good. Keep it going. Oh, we got a long ways to go. This is a tough one. That's it. Wiggle in your bottom. Keep your low back pressed into the mat. All right. 10 more seconds. Can do it. We can do it. All right. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting. Woo. All right, our beloved mountain climbers. So either standing, elbow to high knee, as quickly as you can, or come on down to the floor. Let's get in position. 2, 1. Here we go. Run it out. Go at your pace here. But it isn't much of a run. Head nice and neutral. Looking right down between your hands. Your hands are directly under your shoulders. Whew, quick little break there for me. All right, 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 2 down, 1 to go. 30-second break. Remember to grab a drink if you need it. All right, we're going to start with those sumo deadlifts. So grab the heavier weights if you're using heavier weights. Feet out wide. Hinging, pushing the hips back in 2, 1. Pulse at the bottom. Here you go. Down. Pulse and up. I feel like the side view is better for you, because you can see that my hips are gliding back. I'm really not bending my knees that much, but I'm pushing through my hips as I come up with a squeeze. Pulse and up and squeeze. Pulse and up and squeeze. Good. Pulse. Up and squeeze. Oh, that fan feels so good. 10 more seconds. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting. Sometimes it ends in a spot where you could squeak out one more, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense to. All right, row drops. Feet under your hips. Small hinge forward. Pull it up, and here we go. Drop, raise, drop, raise. Really focusing on your back. Center back, squeeze. Squeeze. Now keep that squeeze while you're letting the other side drop. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Keep it going. We got 12 more seconds here. Remember squeezing the glutes while we're here. And 4, 3, 2. Last one, and resting. Oh. All right. Down on the floor or your side to sides. Starting in 2, 1, here we go. Now notice I'm keeping my head up, I'm tucking my chin. You can lay your head back if you need to, but you need to make sure you keep that low back pressed into the mat and throw your heels. It's about wiggling your lower body. That's it, keep it going. Keep it going. All right, we got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting. Woo. All right. Mountain climbers, last time today. Thankfully. In 2, and 1. Here we go. Nice flat back. Head is nice and neutral. So it's like doing 2 back-to-back core moves too, because a lot of core involved here. We're pumping those knees for some cardio. Yep, I struggle with this. Ugh. Push through, push through. Ugh. Ugh. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting. All right. Y'all got a nice long rest here. I'm actually going to move this for this. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to need it. Okay. So, again, we have some floor moves. So I have to show you some alternatives. We're going to start with a squat side step. So, weights are going to be at your side. I wasn't going to use this because I'll step off of it, but it's okay. You're going to squat, side step, up, squat, side step, up. So you're staying low on that side step, coming up when you come to the center, okay? Don't put the feet right together. Leave a little space between them. All right. Next one, we're going down to the floor. I'm going to show you the couple on the floor, and then I'll come back up. So inverted tricep press. So you're going to lay down. Your palms are facing you, and you're going to press up, squeezing the backs of your arms. We're working that upper back of the arm, the tricep. Press and lower. Press and lower. All right. Next one, also on the floor. So I'll show you alternatives in a minute. Skydiving pulse. So even though I'm not a skydiver, arms at 90 degrees, legs at 90 degrees. We're going to come up and down, up and down. All right. And then we're going to finish on our feet with a power skip, okay, which is, oh my gosh, I can't think of how to do it. Jump right here, okay, power skip. Now your feet don't have to come off, whoops, it's going without me. Your feet don't have to come off the floor. You can just go up on your toe if you want low impact, or you put a little hop into it. All right, now let me show you the 2 moves that you're going to do if you're not going down on the floor. First one is going to be a tricep kickback. So you're going to get in that same position we were with the row, but now the hands are going back. Tricep kickback. Again, working the upper back of the arms. Now, that skydiver pulse, there's not a heck of a lot that I can do to mimic that, but what we're going to do is we're going to take one weight and we're going to go the 4, what I call the 4 corners, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. But I really want you to focus on pulling that belly button in, right? We're working the core, which is the shoulders to the hips, and we're just going to take that weight and we're going to go around and around. And think about it, maybe go the opposite direction the next round. And then the final power skip, Everyone will do the same thing. It's just a matter of if you hop or just push up on your toes. All right. Timer started without us, so I'm going to start our squats with the side steps, and then about 10 seconds in, actually 20 seconds in, I got to start our timer. All right. So let's get ourselves in position. It's squat, side step, staying low, then stand, squat, side step, opposite side, stand up. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, step, step, and stand. Squat, other side, step, step, and stand. Doesn't have to be a huge step. I just want you to stay low, and I want your heel to be the first thing that touches the ground when you step to the side. You keep going. I'm going to start the timer. We got 20 seconds to go. Step, step, and stand. Notice when I step to the center, I'm not putting my feet right together. I'm leaving a little space in between. And stand. Whew, feel those quads burn. 2, 1, and resting. Okay. You are either going to do a tricep kickback, or you're going to come down on the floor with me and face your palms towards you, starting at 90 degrees. Push that low back into the mat. Here we go. Press up, squeeze in the back of the arm, and bring it down. Press and down. Up and down. Try not to let your elbows rest on the floor when you come down. Keep your low back pressed into the mat. And when you get to the top, really think about full extension and squeezing the back of your arm. Excellent. 10 more seconds. I really need a timer on the ceiling. That would be cool. 3, 2, 1, and resting. Okay. If you are standing, you're taking one weight and you're hitting the 4 corners, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. If you are down on the floor with me, we're bending elbows 90 degrees, knees 90 degrees, and we're pulsing. Here we go. Up and down. Up and down. So pushing your belly button into the floor, keeping your nose facing the floor, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the abs, and squeezing between the shoulder blades. That is all part of your core, the center of your body. Without your limbs is your core, and that's what we're working. Ooh, good. 13 more seconds. Oh. I don't know about you, but I will never get in this position jumping out of a plane. And 2, 1, resting. Whew. All right, power skips. So your toe is either staying on the floor or you're taking a little hop. And we're reaching up, opposite arm, opposite knee. In 2, 1, here we go, right here. Power skip, power skip. So when you reach the hands up over the head, that increases the heart rate. That's it. Keep it going. You could be marching this out. You do you. Here for 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, last one, resting. Woo, all right. 30-second break here, catch your breath. Keep your feet moving a little bit. It's also a good time to grab a quick drink. Oof, all right. We're going to start with that squat, side step, stand. Starting in the middle. 3, 2, and 1. Squat, stay low. Step, step, and up. Other side, down. Step, step, and up. Down, step, step, and up. Down, step, step. Good, nice flat back. Pushing those hips back. And I want you to step on your heel first. And when you step, squeeze all the way up your leg to your glutes. And stand. We got 3, 2, 1, and finish. All right, you're either down on the floor or you're doing those tricep kickbacks. Remember, get in that bent over row position if you're standing. And we start in 3, 2, 1. Exhale on the up. Press your low back into the mat. And squeeze. Upper back of the arm. Try not to touch the floor on the down. You can get really close, but don't rest down there. Good. Keep that going. All right. We're almost there. 10 more seconds. Last 2, last 1, and resting. All right, you're either taking that one weight and hitting the 4 corners, or you're down on the floor with me doing your skydiver pulses. Remember, squeezing. Here we go. Up and down. Abs, butt, shoulders. It all gets squeezed when we come up. Your nose stays facing the ground. Exhale as you're squeezing. Try to get those knees off the floor. Get those arms up. Oh, and push your belly into your mat. 2, 1. Resting. All right, come on up. Power skip time. Power march, whatever you want to call it. All right, starting in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Power up. Power up. So it's skipping. We're just raising the hand up overhead. Get that heart rate up a little more. That's it. Keep it going. We got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, 30-second rest. Wowza. We got to do that one more time. This is round 2, and that was the second set. So we got one more set, starting with those squat side steps. Got a little break here. A little bit of water. Don't put too much in you. All right, those cardio pieces will get you. All right, let's pick up our weights. Come to the center. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat. Stay low. Side step, and up. Squat. Other side. Side step, and up. That's it. Side, and up. Side, and up. Oh, I got something tickling my nose. Oh, I can't read this bit. Keep going. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. All right, I'm actually going to keep my heavier weights for this one. I feel like I can go a little heavier. You're doing those kickbacks a little bit harder when you're standing, so a lighter weight is usually preferred. And we start in 2, 1. Here we go. Press it up and bring it down. I also find that as I go through a workout, sometimes as I get warmed up more, I feel like I can do some heavier weights. Sometimes it really depends on what the move is. But this one I felt, because you're down on the floor, it's a little bit easier to go heavier. Definitely would not go this heavy if I was standing. All right, 3, 2, 1, and resting. All right. You're either doing your 4 corners with a weight, or you're down here skydiving with me. Oh boy, we gotta go. 2, 1, here we go. Pulse and relax. So I'm trying not to let my arms touch the floor when I come down. Maybe just a slight brush and then pulse it back up. Oh my gosh, I got stuff tickling me all over the place. Big exhale on the up, squeezing glutes, squeezing abs, squeezing shoulders. 8 more seconds. 2, 1, resting. All right, but we got to get up on our feet. As much as I'd like to stay there, come on up because we got our power skips. Oh, all right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Skip it out. You find your pace here. Reaching up to the ceiling, pulling the knee up. Third set, round 2. 10 more seconds here. All right, last little bit. 2, 1, resting. All right, whoo. You take a break. I'm going to show you what we're doing in round 3. I also have to fix this because I jumped myself right out of my pony. All right, so we're going to start with a reverse lunge. Now, I mentioned before we started today that we're going to do it one-sided, all right? So we're going to do one side, and then we're going to switch to the other side because we only do this round 2 times. So for 40 seconds, you're going to step back and come up. Step back and come up. Now, what I want you to see here, I can't go all the way back because the wall is there. Stay on train tracks, not a balance beam, okay? That's really important. All right, next one, I'm going to have to show you alternatives because it's a push-up, but I'll be back up in a moment. So we are going to do a push-up with a shoulder tap. Now, I struggle with push-ups. I'm doing them on my knees. That's perfectly fine, and this is what it looks like, nice and flat, right? Push-up. Tap a shoulder, tap a shoulder. All right, that's a chest move. If you cannot do a push-up on the floor but still want to do a push-up, I'm going to just stop this because I'm going to run out of time. Let me show you an alternative. Oh, I did not stop it. Oh, here you go. All right, so hopefully you can see this. I'm going to go against the wall. All right, this is our alternative to this one. You're going to lean yourself into the wall, little push-up, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Drop your hands down a little bit. I'm putting my fingerprints all over my mirror here. She's going to be about chest height and then shoulder tap, shoulder tap. All right. So if you're not able to do them on the floor, you're going to use the wall as your alternative. All right. Side plank hip dip. We're down the floor for this one. I do this one on my knee. You can do it on your feet. So first off, on your feet would be here. There's no way I would last 40 seconds there. So I bend one knee and right here, hip to the floor and up, to the floor and up. My shoulder is directly underneath my elbow, and I'm letting that hip fall down and come up. If you are standing, you're going to stay on one side for this. I know we did something similar. If you want to wait, it's going to be here. We're going to reach this hand up, and we're going down and bring it back up. You're going to feel a really big stretch here because this arm is up, and then we are squeezing and pulling as we come back up. All right, and again, we're going to do that one-sided for 40 seconds, and the second round we'll go to the other side. And then last but not least, squat jumps. It's 30 seconds. We only have to do it twice, and you don't have to jump, but squat jump, we're going to come down and up, okay? You can do the arms that way, or you can do them this way. I kind of alternate between which way I like to do them. Or it's a squat to toes. Squat to toes, squat to toes. So again, you don't have to have impact. Those feet never have to leave the floor. All right. We have 11 seconds when I press that timer. So grab your weights to do your reverse lunges. I don't love that I have this mat here, but I need it for my other things, so I'm going to deal with it. All right, grab your weights. Let's get set up. Remember when you do your reverse lunges to stay tall through the shoulders, right? We don't want to lean. Actually, I'll just do this. That way I can go off the end of it. Stay tall. Step back in 2 and 1. So step back and come up. Stay on that side. We're going to be on that one side. I'm trying to get my knees to 90-90. If you step back too far, you're not at 90 degrees. You got to get in that sweet spot. Sink down, drive up. Sink down, drive up. Staying on that one side, we'll get the other side. So remember which foot is in front, because you need the other foot in front next time. We got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Resting. All right, you are either going down to the floor for push-ups or you're going to be on the wall. If you're on the wall, keep those hands at about chest height and then shoulder tap. On the floor, nice flat back. Here we go. Push up, tap, tap. Push up, tap, tap. So we don't want the butt in the air. I don't want to see this. Nope. Flatten it out. Push up, tap, tap. I know push-ups are difficult. If you can't go down that far, that's okay. Start with a small one, halfway, and come up. Still working those chest muscles. That's what we're working here. All right? Do not cross your feet. So many people do this. Don't do it. Right? I'll tell you why in a second, and rest. All right, if you cross your feet, you're putting your hips at different heights. We don't want to do that. We want to keep things nice and even. So you're either standing with one hand up, weight on one side, and you're leaning towards the side that's down, or you're here with me. There we go. Hip drop, hip drop. You don't have to have this hand up here. It's just kind of one of those automatics that I did. So again, core is working your glutes all the way through your center to your shoulders. You are definitely going to feel this in your shoulders. You can either be on your feet or on your knees. If you're on a knee, it's tucked, right? So I have it bent and it's tucked behind me. We got 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Resting. Squat jumps. Come on up. Make your way up nice and safely. Sinking down, popping up. You can either throw your hands back or throw your hands up into the squat. We're starting in 2, 1. Here we go. Now, landing soft, toe ball heel. I don't want straight legs. You go toe ball heel right back into your squat. Constant movement. Either throw the hands up or throw the hands back. You do not have to come off the floor. You can go up to your toes. We got 3, 2, 1. Here's the best news ever. One more time. That's it. We're almost done. All right. So remember, we're starting with that reverse lunge. And move that there. Switch the leg that was in front. All right. Start in 8 seconds, so go ahead and grab your weights. Get set up. Step right here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Step back. Bring it up through that front heel. So definitely some balance involved here. But remember, keep those feet hip width apart on those train tracks, not on a balance beam. I always hated the balance beam. All right. Knees, straight line with the toes. Toes facing forward. This is where a lot of people turn a toe in or out. That puts a weird line to your knee on that bend. We want straight lines. Got 3, 2, and 1. Resting. All right, you are either push-ups on the floor or push-ups on the wall. You choose. Push up on your toes if you can. I can't, okay? I know my limits. Here we go. 2, 1. Push up. Shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Whether you're on the wall or on the floor, nice flat back. Squeeze the abs. Try not to let your body rock side to side as you tap the shoulder. The way you do that, squeezing the abs, the backs, the glutes, the backs. We have more than one back. Ugh. And tap. 10 seconds to go. Get a couple more in here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So going to the opposite side for the hip dips. I'm just going to go this way so I don't put my back to you. I'm bending this leg at 90 degrees. I'm coming up on this top foot. Arm can be up. You can place it here. This is just kind of an automatic for me. Down and bring it up. Down and bring it up. Remember, squeezing not only through the ab section, but the glutes and the shoulder as well. This shoulder down here, it's getting some work. All right, keep it going. I hate when I can look right at the timer because I swear it makes the time go slower. 10 seconds. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting. All right, we're coming up for squat jumps. I'm so excited for squat jumps because that's it. 30 seconds left. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to throw my hands back this time. Just change things up a little bit. Remember, come down nice and soft and right into your squat. There's no stopping. It's not here and then squat. It's all one motion. Okay, keep it going. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Done. All righty. Give yourself a second. Walk that off a little bit. Yes, please. Woo-wee. All right. It's usually hard to start that workout, but once you start doing it and you get going, you get into the swing of things. You're always glad you did it when you're done, as I definitely am. All right, let's start in our split stance. Go ahead and bend that back knee, heel off the floor, roll the hips forward, stretch that hip flexor. Ooh, that feels good. I'm also standing right in front of the fan. That really feels good. All right, push the heel to the floor, hinge forward for the calves. Calves just did some work on those squat jumps. And now I want you to just pick up your front toe, straighten that front leg, and then hinge forward to get the back of that leg. All right, let's switch it to the other side. Roll that hip forward, bend in the knee, heel off the floor. Push the heel to the floor, hinge forward for the calf stretch. And rock back on that front heel, straighten the front leg, hinge towards it, stretch that hamstring, the upper back of that leg. All right, I'm going to come into a quad stretch. So I'm going to grab the toe. If you cannot do that, put your foot on a chair, push down and sink into it, or against a wall. Push down, sink into it. And we're going to move that to the other side. I like to hang on to the wall to do it. That way I could focus more on the stretch and less on my balance. Even one finger does the trick. Feet out wide. And sink your hips back. Toes, knees, hips, all in a straight line. Hinge yourself forward. Feel that inner thigh stretch. Let's bring it to the other side. Let's reach out in front. And let your arms hang down. Rotate those toes out, a little bend in the knees. Bring the shoulder forward. Other side. All right, round yourself up. Head last to come up. Step in. Big open. Squeeze those shoulders. Open the chest. If you can, reach behind. Press out, back, and down. Whoa, pardon me. Bring them around the front. Drop the head. Now I pull my hands apart. I'm squeezing, I'm pulling apart. Really upper back. Separating. Feel it in those muscles. One arm across the chest. Pull it in and down. Let's go the other side. Across, in and down. Let's stretch the triceps. Reach an arm up, bend. Give a little tug if you can. Other side. Now let's throw those hands up and big exhale. And we are done. Thank you so much for joining me for Coach Mel's Bootcamp. I hope you come back and try this again. And now you know what it's like. So, maybe give some other things a try that maybe you didn't try this time. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I am here to help you be healthy before you need to be healthy. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.